Subscribe to No Cap Podcast.
Honey, fuck with niggas, my circle small, that bitch decrease. Honey, fuck with the rappers, tell you the truth, they ain't fucking with me. We walk down on niggas, but blood on walls, fuck them leave. We walk down on niggas, but boot on face like Booker T. Baby, I'm so exhausted, feel like I don't get no sleep. Baby, I'm so exhausted, I hear around. Baby, you know the cruise on.
Welcome to the No Cap All Facts podcast, where we keep it real. And I'm your host, Zion. And I got a special guest today, man. I got one of the smartest people that I know personally. Someone that helps me, you know what I'm saying? Someone that's really business-minded, very intellectual, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to have him talk about a couple, topics today. But how you doing, man? Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm doing good. First off, thanks for having me on, man. Thank you. I'm Chandler Kelley. I'm from around here. Zion gave me a little too much love over there. He's a little too nice, but no, I'm just appreciative. Zion's a good dude. We've been trying to get this worked out for a while, and I'm excited to finally be on, man. So I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. But the first topic I want to ask you just about, AI, how you, because, that's something you big on. It's something you talk to me about a lot, but what's your take on that?
AI, like, in terms of, like, it's, and I think it's pretty deep, but I use it a lot in marketing. But in terms of AI, I think, like, I think what people aren't really worried about today is, like, everyday use cases for it. Like, people are almost afraid of it when we should be, I like to say, fired up for it. But that's it.
But, like, what makes you so fired up about it? Because, you know what I'm saying, obviously it helps you in, different ways in life, because you got, there's people that ask you, like, what should I go grocery shopping today? What should I eat today? You type in ChatGPT or any type of AI, and it can build you a food plan
for sure. I mean,
like
you see those commercials nowadays where it's like you take a picture of your grocery or your your refrigerator, and it's like it can give you a recipe based on like what you have in your fridge. So I mean that's one use case, but my big theory, I guess I should say, is like we're living in a day of an age where we have so much like content and intake of like what we're seeing. Like there's so much volume, like everyone's being encouraged to do more. Sure. So like now we have the ultimate thing to like sift out what we're getting with that more. So like the more stuff we intake, the more YouTube videos you see, the more recipes that are out there, everything, like it just makes it harder to like decipher, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like what would work for me, if that makes sense, or what would work for you. For sure. So using those tools to do that, to sift out through the noise is what I like to call it. Research, right? For sure. Grocery shopping, like diet plan. I've used it for basic meal prep. Like I struggle with certain foods. So it's like that's crazy knowing those things. Obviously I'm not a doctor, but it's like taking little nuggets that you've picked up over time and taking that to something, if that makes sense. But it's just, there's so much noise and it allows you to sift through the noise, if that makes sense. And people are scared of it.
It makes everyday life a little bit easier. You know what I mean?
It does.
I was talking to an older man not too long ago. He was like, AI is better for the older generation, and the older generation shies away from it because it just amplifies what you already know. Yeah. You know what I mean?
No, it does. I think it's a good idea.
It takes what you already know and it just like amplifies it. But like a little kid, he obviously likes AI, but he's not understanding what you can really get from it. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was a good thing. But what's the most powerful thing about AI in your opinion?
Powerful thing about AI is, well, I guess for my use case or everyday use case, it's like what I just said is like organization of stuff. Like, so like this AI stuff's only as good as what you put into it. I mean, as we progress, like these tools are going to get better. For sure. Like we're kind of like, it's easier to prompt it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's easier to put these things in. But right now, AI is just like getting ideas going, like brainstorming. Like if I'm struggling with X, Y, and Z, I'm not telling AI, like, tell me what to do. I'm giving it context. Like, hey, I'm trying to put together an outline, or I'm trying to put together something, or I'm trying to put together, or I'm trying to understand the topic, like asking it questions versus Google. Like you can ask Google questions, right? But then you're going to go down a rabbit hole and like see all these different things.
A crazy rabbit hole.
These AIs are pulling from the same thing that we're searching from Google.
Just summarizing it for you.
Yeah, it's summarizing it for you, and like you can see these sources. And if you're not okay with it, like dig deeper. Like it's only as good as what we use it. Like you got to cross check everything. And you can't just put something in AI and be like, okay, this is right. I think it just can speed up the process of like what we do every day. How often do you Google something?
Yeah, every day, damn near.
So it's just like basically like using it for that to like sift out the noise. I've Googled stuff and it's been completely wrong. I'm not saying ChatGPT, these other AI models are completely right.
Yeah.
But it allows you to do further research.
Yes, it
and
does.
to do like you can see where it's coming from. And like that goes back to the whole thing we talked about earlier. But understanding how to use it. People aren't being educated on to go farther. Like we're using it on a very basic level. And it's going to become a problem, I feel like, if people don't understand like how to use it efficiently.
Yeah.
And like we're going to get reliant on it because all this stuff we learned in school, like research and stuff, like having sources, like that's still there.
Yeah, it's
You know what I mean? Like that's still there. Like
yeah, it is still there. And I don't know, I feel like that's where a lot of people go wrong with AI because they say, oh, I don't like it after it doesn't. But it's like you said, it's only as good as you make it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You have to cross-check it. You can't just put something in there and expect it just to be right. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
It's new. You know, it's
new.
not like it's new.
Yeah.
That's all it comes down to. It's very new. It's early.
it's new.
You know what I mean? And like, what's your opinion on brands using AI to, help build their companies and stuff like that?
I think it's the number one thing that brands can use at their disposal if used the right way. Like you can obviously go down the AI rabbit hole, and be reliant on the wrong things. But it's huge because there's tools like you can make a website a lot quicker. You can do research on like your audience, like make a customer avatar. You can go down a whole bunch of rabbit holes of what you could do to like utilize it for just research and accumulating stuff. And then basically as an assistant, like if you're trying to create something in today's day and age, like a brand, like you have a lean team and you don't have the money to hire out a whole lot of stuff, but you have time and you have the motivation.
For sure.
Well, why can't you create an assistant that's helping you out with stuff that you're struggling with, like that you are telling it that you're struggling with? Like it's just little things like that you can use. And obviously you take it with a grain of salt. We're not saying, hey, this is right. Like we still know that it's like an artificial intelligence, but it's still it's challenging our thoughts. It's taking us a little bit farther.
Yeah.
But it's just using it the right way because I've been guilty of it, like saying, oh, this may be right because it came from here. But now it's using it more, like understanding that it's going to go in, what do they call it? Hallucination mode, where it's like, it may not always be right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it gives you whatever.
Yeah. So it's crucial. So brands using it is big. It's huge and it allows you to make decisions faster. It allows you to, like, volume's big. So test in different angles. Like if you're in creatives, if you want to create copy, like landing pages, like you can see, all right, if this landing page is working or if this landing page is working a lot faster now. So it used to take 2 months to make that decision. Now you can make it in a week or 2 weeks because it takes you 3 or 4 days to make that landing page. You know what I mean? Because that AI is learning off that other landing page. You're making
it better.
Making it better, reiterations, and you're telling it what to do. Obviously, you're asking for suggestions and stuff like that, but you're taking that back to the AI and you're taking it across your team. Like there's got to be a human level to it. And that's the big part. Like people are like, oh, AI is like robotic. It's this and that, but it's a tool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like
it's not something else. I mean, it's a tool.
It's exactly what it is. It's a tool. Yeah.
So yes, businesses should be using it and learning and like I encourage a lot of people to like spend 30, 40 minutes if you see a new tool that could help you out, because all these main tools like Canva, Microsoft, like these big brands or big companies are integrating ChatGPT, or not even ChatGPT, but AI models into their everyday use case. So like if you're not learning how to like use it, like before too long, like everything's going to be with AI, if that makes sense. Like
you're going to be left
every
behind.
platform is going to be using that. So you're going to be left behind unless you just have a Canva program that's not updated, which or something. I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah. I hate that sometimes on my Mac.
Does that make sense though?
Yeah,
like
no, for
everything's
sure.
kind of like using it because it's like the new thing. So it's like catch up and try to,
You have to catch up.
be a little bit ADHD, for a little bit.
And that's crazy
Try it
that you
out.
even said that, like on the business side of the world, because obviously, being in school, some college courses are implementing like AI.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
You're able to use AI. You just have to tell us what prompt.
Absolutely.
To use,
It's
stuff like that. So it's like just what you said. It is a tool because it's like it's starting to be implemented everywhere.
For sure. And I think it's good you said that, like using it, like I think maybe high school could be a little too early, obviously middle school, but like still like they're using platforms that are using AI. So like why not like educate them? Like there's a Snapchat AI. So like why not like tell like they could easily go on there. Like, I mean, a lot of kids and stuff have Snapchat and they could go on there and like ask it whatever, you know what I mean? So like they need to understand like
what it is,
the good and bad, if that makes sense. And like just be educated about it. And that's like, I had a college professor in my master's course, so he encouraged it. Like he was like, hey, like I want you to write 2 or 3 case studies using AI, but you need to cite it. And I didn't really realize the value in that. I was like, why do you have to cite it? But now I understand, because there's all these, my voice cracked, gimmicky models, if that makes sense. So, but yeah, you got to cross check it. You got to reference. I mean, it's exciting, but it's also too, people are scared of it, which I understand, because it's a lot. It's so new. It's bigger than the internet. Yeah,
it is. Sometimes I don't understand how someone can be scared of it, because it's like I said, sometimes like a phone, like you pick up your phone, whatever you do, like calling, it's ChatGPT starting to get close to calling. Like,
it is.
Like as soon as you pick up your phone, some people aren't even going to Safari anymore.
No, they're going to ChatGPT.
And so like,
it goes back to my point, like understanding, and people aren't being educated on it. So think about that. Everyone's being like, or they're using this as a search query, and I don't want to say no one's educated on it, but it's so new. Like like I'm not even fully educated on it. You know what I mean? Like, so how like it's, I don't know. It's just, it's good and bad, but like we need to push, you know what I mean? That's something that I would like to do a better job of, is obviously understanding it, but obviously like helping other people, you know what I mean? Implement it, using it the right way, and not get reliant on it, if that makes sense. And using it as an assistant.
No, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Because a lot of people do get lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
A lot of people do get lost in the sauce.
It's easy to.
But you're big, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got a little business. You're in the business world. You know what I'm saying? But what's something that you would like, you see some things businesses go wrong on outside of AI, you know what I mean?
Outside of AI, well, I'm big into marketing. So, and everyone that I try to work with, understanding their audience. So like, I feel like people have an idea a lot of time. They understand that idea, but they don't understand who they're trying to give that idea to. True. Does that make sense? So it's like understanding, obviously you understand the idea and you got to perfect that, but then it's like understanding like who you're trying to market to at the same time, and like how they want to be talked to, what they want to hear, like kind of that kind of thing, but also being your own self, like you go, I'm trying to say. So, but that starts from a brand or a company, that starts from the top down, you know, and that comes from leading by example, you know what I mean? Like whatever you're doing, like it's gotta be from the top down. But personal brands, like, which is big in today's day and age, it's not understanding the audience, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. It's that's what I see a lot of people struggle with, because that's what I've struggled with. I've had a lot of ideas that I think are good, and it may be good, but I'm not looking at the other end of it, who's receiving the idea. Exactly. Because like we all have ideas and they'll work, but it's in understanding like who to get that idea in front of. Does that make sense? Yeah. Who's your niche? Yeah, that's exactly. I always have a hard time pronouncing that word, so I'm glad you said that for me.
You're fine. But no, that is right, because that's what I've, tried to, been figuring out along the way, is like, who's my target audience, and who's going to keep coming back, and, what things to implement to make, the content better. And, what I'm saying, obviously having talks with you, throughout the way has made it, a little bit better. You're the one that showed me at first how to even make clips at first. You know what I mean? You gave me that. So, yeah, that's, every time we have talks, you make it a little bit better for me each time.
I appreciate it, dude. It's twofold here. Like on the flip side, I aspire like the content production side of it. Yeah. Like I'm sitting here telling a lot of people to produce content, and it's like, I'm not sitting here producing a whole lot of content myself. You know what I mean? Yeah. And there's all these tools at our disposal, if that makes sense. But no, you helped me out a lot too in the same tone. Like I said before, it's nice being around like-minded people. You know what I mean? They're sharing that vision, like knowing that these things, like, it's hard, but it's fun. It's like we talked about earlier. It's like choosing something that, like, it's going to be like anything worth having is hard, but like it's that grind that's enjoyable. And it's like you choose your grind at the same time. Like it's obviously going to suck sometimes, but
that's why it's your grind.
Exactly. Like someone that sits here and says every day, like, this is great. Like, you know what I mean? Sitting here, this is like all good. Like, there's got to be some bad days in there. You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be some bad days, but it's not sit there and dwell on them, you know? But like,
can't sit on them too long.
Can't sit on them too long, but you gotta use them and grow. You know what I mean? But
for sure,
it's crazy.
Nah, for sure. But is there anything that, like, going forward, you know what I'm saying? What's something that you think you can help people? You know what I'm saying? Because you've helped me a lot, obviously, throughout the way. But what's something you think you can help people, with their brands, and what You know what I'm saying? What you got going on
For sure.
and everything like that.
I think it goes back to kind of those tools that we were talking about that are using these AI tools, because I've been doing it for 4 or 5 years now, and I've seen the transition, if that makes sense. Like, been using the Canva, been using ChatGPT, been using Google Gemini, and seeing all the different tools. And there's a plethora of them, and even CapCut is a simple one that you can, like, it's changed a lot.
Yeah.
But then, like, so understanding how to use those at your disposal. So, like on Canva now, we were talking about how you could create a brand kit.
Yeah.
And so setting up those tools that you're using every day to make those decisions easier, if that makes sense, to make content production smoother. So, like, that's what I'm saying. The AI that's being incorporated in these platforms is a lot like that. And that's what I'd like to help out people more with, if that makes sense. Understanding, all right, there's Meta Business Suite. There's 1,000 different tools that are at your disposal on there that you could use that people probably don't know about. You know what I mean? That you don't have to pay somewhere else to use it. Their Meta is usually like made this platform for you, so you don't have to go anywhere else.
Yeah.
So it's like Canva's done the same thing. Like, they're the leader probably in graphic design. Now, I know there's other platforms that get in the nitty gritty, but like for content production and kind of what 75-80% of creators are doing, you can do it on Canva now. You know what I mean? Before you couldn't. Yeah. You can even code on Canva. So it's like, it's wild.
So you're the shortcut. You're the shortcut guy. You're the guy that can help with putting everything together for you.
I hate when people say shortcuts, because it's more so like doing the hard work up front so that you can spend more time like creating and doing what you like to do, because no one likes like figuring out, all right, what am I doing, this color or that color? You want to have a scheme, you want to have a brand guide, and you can have all that in a cohesive manner and use that tool
to help
to help that out. But shortcut, I guess to be the shortcut guy, but man, that pains me to say that.
He does all the dirty work, he does all the dirty work. He helps things be better, more organized, the stuff that a lot of creators say they want to do that they really don't want to do, you know what I mean? That that makes everything grow, makes everything bigger. But my last question, I'm gonna end it off on this. What's how do you see yourself in the upcoming years? What's something that how do you see yourself? How do you see everything going for you?
See everything going for me. Well, I'm building a little marketing agency. So my goal is to build that out, build a team. We have 3 people right now, me and 2 others that, that I could trust that we could go and build it out. And I want to take that and try to scale that together and take all these things that I've just kind of rattled off and that we've talked about. And I've kind of been a one-man show, and I like a team environment. So I'd like to take this and surround myself with others, if that makes sense, and bring others along the way, whether I be working alongside of them or helping them out, if that makes sense. Like to do that.
Yeah, because you helped me out a lot. Shit, I'm sorry.
No,
excuse my language. Yeah, he's helped me out a lot. He's always telling you, dude. You maximized it at first when I couldn't make clips, and you told me the platform I needed to be using. I'm using it. You know what I mean?
Hey, don't give away the secret sauce, man. I'm telling you.
I can't give away the secret sauce, but you definitely helped me implement a lot.
Like I was saying earlier, man. I love being around people. Like, the quicker you are from idea to implementation. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's what I respect, and that's what I struggle with sometimes. But being around people and like seeing it and like surround yourself with people like that really helps. So if you're out there and you're struggling with that, like surround yourself with people, you know what I mean, that are like-minded and that are chasing that. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna fail, like we talked about. But like, the quicker you can learn from that and grow, like pivot and go. And you know what I mean? It's just, that's what it's about.
Nah, for sure.
That's what it's about.
For sure. And I said that was my last question, but this is my real last
question. Fire away, man.
I apologize. Do you have any advice to any young entrepreneurs or anyone, wanting to, be in this space and, be what you got? Any advice for them or,
Advice? I mean, really that last thing I kind of said is, if you have an idea out there, like we all have ideas, right? Like, challenge that idea. Like, go, like, see how far you can take it. You know what I mean? Like, we all, like, you walk into a restaurant, right? You walk in, whatever. Like, I get 1,000 ideas when I'm sitting down right here. Like how I could do X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? So, like, some people are wired that way, and you know what I mean? And so if you have that, like, see how far you can take it. And you may fail, but you're going to learn through failure. So, and you don't have to have any money to really start. You could start by flipping something on Facebook. You could start by thrifting something, take that cash and doing something else with it. Like, there's a lot of things in today's day and age. If you're 18, go start DoorDash and get some money under your belt, and then take that $150 and go take it to flip something. You know what I mean? And then start just marketing, like see like what it takes to like sell something, what it takes to like brand something, if that makes sense. But
for sure,
the quicker you can get from idea to just trying something.
Yeah.
Because we all have ideas, right? And I'm guilty of it, like thinking of something and not doing it. Not everything you need to try, right? Yeah. But like there's certain things, that sit with you and like try it. You know what I mean? Like try it. And like obviously there's certain situations and scenarios that call for timing, but you'll know. You know what I mean? And trust your gut with everything, just like you did. You know what I mean? Just do it, rep it out. And it's all right to take a step back sometimes, for sure, but know that you have that end goal in mind. If you never have an end goal, you're never going to make it, if that makes sense. But
nah, that hit me a little bit. But my advice would just be like, I can't beat nothing he just said. That was articulated very well. That was amazing. But just stay focused. Keep going. Continue repping it out every single day. Consistency. You know what I'm saying? If you walk every day, you'll eventually get to the finish line.
For
you
sure.
know what I mean? Doesn't matter how many steps you take, but eventually you'll get there if you just keep repping it out. So that's how we going to end it off. Make sure you like, subscribe. You going to leave it off with, got any socials? I know you got some socials. I
just started a little personal page that I need to start posting on a little bit more. But yeah, give me a follow, ThatManChan4 on Instagram. On Instagram, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Get out my boy, and that's how we going to end it off.
Long night. Fuck it, cause I'm alright. I don't fuck with niggas, I'm popping outside in all white. Tryna be the greatest, that shit I promise, that's all might. Know that I've been coming for the top, I swear that's all mine.